Hello YouTube and welcome to another Proxmox tutorial. So in this video I'm going to actually continue our series of installing immutable operating system, and we're gonna focus on Fedora ServerBlue install. So are you ready? Let's get started. So as you have seen on my previous video, I showed you how to install the Fedora CoreOS operating system, but it was not a desktop operating system. But this one, ServerBlue, it's also an immutable operating system, but for desktops. Okay, so first thing first, let's head to the main web page. Okay, so it's on the Fedora project. So here we go. This is Fedora ServerBlue. So as you can see, it uses the GNOME desktop experience. And if you scroll down, you can find, of course, the download link, the documentation here. Okay, so why Fedora ServerBlue? So as I told you, one of the main reasons, it's immutable file system actually. Okay, so it's an atomic, what we call an atomic operating system. So the whole system is updated in one go, and an update will not apply if anything goes wrong. So which means the system is safe, stable and reliable. Okay, and also it's designed mostly for containerized environment. So we will see that on the upcoming video. In this video I'll show you just how you can install it and to use it for the first time on Proxmox. Okay, so of course you can here read about the different features it has. So it doesn't have actually a package manager, but it has what we call an hybrid, which called RPM OS3. So we're gonna also say that on the upcoming videos. You can also install some application via what we call Flatpaks. Okay, and it has a very interesting toolbox for development. Actually, it uses also Podman containerized environment. Okay, so this is ServerBlue in a nutshell. So as I told you, we're gonna install it. So first thing first, we're gonna head to the download button here. Here we go, and here you have the different link depending on your platform. So if you have an Intel 86 or 64 system, you can just download it from here. Okay, or if you have an ARM system, you can download it on the other link. So in order to download it for Proxmox, so we're gonna just right click on this button here, download, and also copy the link address, because we're gonna use this link address in order to download it directly into our storage on Proxmox. So let me copy a link address. Here we go. So as you can see here, the link is copied to the, and let's go now to our Proxmox. Okay, so I'm gonna actually go to the storage. We're now going to install my Fedora ServerBlue. So my storage is called simply storage. Okay, so I click on it and I go here to ISO images. Okay, and here at the top you can see that I can download from an URL. So all I have to do is to click on this button and actually to paste the link that I have actually copied. Here we go, and I'm gonna query the URL. Here we go, and hopefully it has given me now the file name, which is Fedora ServerBlue OS3. And you can see here the version I'm using is 43/1, or actually -1 .6. Okay, so simply I'm gonna download this ISO image, which has file size about 3 GB. So I'm gonna download it. Here we go, and of course we will wait for the download to complete in order to proceed with the installation on Proxmox. So as you can see here, our download is complete. You can see the message task OK. So I can get rid of this window. And let me see where it is. So here is it, Fedora ServerBlue OS 3 version 34-1.6. Okay, so now I have the ISO. I can proceed to the next step, which is to create our VM. So let's click simply to this create VM button here on my Proxmox. Here we go. So it has given us VM ID 170. So I can change that or I can leave it. So I can leave it, and I will give my VM as name ServerBlue. Simple as that. Okay, so I'm gonna hit next. So here the most important step, which is to choose the ISO that you have downloaded. So hopefully it will appear. Here we go. So I will select this Fedora ServerBlue ISO, and I will keep the default things like for example the guest OS, which is Linux, and the kernel version, it's actually 6. I don't know, 18, something like that. So I will hit next. I will keep the system as default here, so I will go next. For the disk, I will also keep the default, which is 32 gigabytes. For the socket, I will use here at least 2 cores, but I can use 4 if I want. Here we go. And for the type, let me choose host, because it will give me better performances. Okay. For the memory, I think 4 gigabytes are enough. So 4096. And for the network here, I'm using actually the bridge. My bridge is VMPR1, and VLAN, it's if my memory is good, is 30. Okay. Of course, here you have to change it depending on your network. Okay. So I will keep the other things as default here. So this is the final step, which is summary of what you have chosen, and I will click finish, and hopefully now the VM will be created on the right of my dashboard here. And here it is. This is our VM, which has an ID of 170. So I will click on it, and I can go to the console and simply start it. Okay, so let's start this VM and see what we get. So of course here we can test the media if you want, but I don't want to test the media. I will go simply install Fedora 43. So I will choose it and hit actually enter. So here you see the beginning of the process. So this is the main actually screen. So I will choose English. Here we go. And for the keyboard also I will choose English, but let me continue here. Okay, so you can here change your localization, your keyboard, your language support, the time zone if you want. And for the installation destination, you have of course to choose your hard disk. Okay, so and for the storage configuration, I will choose it automatic, so I don't want to mess up with that, and I don't want to encrypt my data. Okay, so I'll click on this done button here. Okay, so hopefully now I can begin the installation of Fedora ServerBlue. So all you have to do is to click this button here, begin installation, and of course here it will create partitions and install the different packages. Okay, so of course all we have to do now is to wait for the installation to complete, and hopefully it will reboot our system and give us access to the desktop environment of ServerBlue. So as you can see now, the installation is complete. So all we have to do now is to reboot our system. So let's click on this button here, reboot system, and see what we get. So now Fedora Linux 43.1.6 is rebooting. So here after the reboot, everything is okay. So you have just to enter the username and password and you are set. And you can skip this one if you want. And we are in. So you can see the installation is straightforward. There is nothing special to do. Actually, you have just to fill out the wizard and respond to the different questions, which are trivial for every operating system. And here let me launch, for example, the terminal here. And here we go. This is our terminal where you can use all the commands. So let me just check the etc and the Fedora release. So you can see it's Fedora release 43. So here, for example, you can see that you cannot use DNF, command not found, or YAM. They are not found, but you can use actually RPM OS3. But I will RPM. So this command is available, which allows you to install packages, but I will get deep into that on the upcoming videos. Okay, so this video was just actually introduction how to install the system and use it on Proxmox. Okay, so that was just all for this video. I hope it was informative for you. So if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment below. And if you like the video, don't forget to share it with your friends, or actually just like it if you want. Okay, so as always, I hope it has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing. Bye bye.